What's up everyone, it's Kelly and today I've got another swatch review for you. So today I am partnering up with Cirque Colors to show you their new polishes for holiday 2022. So we've got 6 brand new nail polishes in a variety of different finishes, and then we also have a very exciting re-release. And there are also some bundled sets which I'll talk about at the end of the video. So if you haven't heard of Cirque Colors before, they are an independent nail polish brand that is based within the US, but they are available internationally. They do have a bunch of stockists as well. And all of their polishes are 10 free, meaning they are free of 10 of the potentially harmful ingredients that can be found in nail polish. They are vegan, meaning they do not use any animal-derived ingredients, and they're also cruelty-free, meaning they do not test their products on animals. So like I said, we've actually got a nice variety of different finishes in these new polishes. So we've got a metallic one, we've got a jelly, we've got a duochrome, and we have some really nice new pearl shimmery shears. And then we also have the very exciting re-release, one of my all-time favorite Cirque nail polishes, and that is their 23 karat gold flake topper called AU. So let me show you all the swatches first, then we'll talk a little bit more about pricing, availability, my thoughts on the new shades, and then we'll also get into the different bundles and which shades are permanent versus which shades are limited edition. So roll the swatches first. As always, I'm using base coat underneath all of my swatches just to protect my natural nail and prevent any stains. Today I am using the Cirque base coat, so I'll link it below. So we'll start with the pearl shimmers first. There are 3 of them, and at first glance they look pretty similar, but once you have them on the nail you'll see all of the little differences. This first one is called Soleil, and it's this sheer white pearly base that has this almost pinky red shimmer running throughout, and then we also have a holographic sparkle running throughout. So you can see it's this gorgeous subtle sparkle that really just catches the light no matter how you move your nail around, and you can see we've got that gorgeous soft white base going on, but then as soon as the light hits it you get that gorgeous reddish pinky kind of glow as well. So with these polishes, I personally like to wear them in 3 coats. I think that gives me the best coverage, and you can still see a little bit of that nail line, but it's very soft and subtle, so even if your smile lines aren't exactly perfect, it still looks pretty nice and elegant on the nails. And of course you could also wear it in 2 coats or 1 coat or even more coats if you want to. But yeah, absolutely gorgeous. I love the juxtaposition of that really intense reddish shimmer with a very soft pearly base. So next we have our shade Siren, and like I said, it looks fairly similar in the bottle to Soleil, but this one again has that pearly white base, and then the shimmer within it is actually this really intense, almost blue toned purple shimmer, and again it's just so vibrant that you can really just see it almost glowing against that white base. And then again we have all of that holographic sparkle running throughout, and this one I actually noticed was a little bit whiter and a little bit more opaque than Soleil. So even in 2 coats it was actually pretty opaque, but again I wanted to show you what it looked like in 3 coats because personally that's how I like to wear these. And this one for me actually fully covered up that visible nail line in the 3rd coat, so it's a nice opaque color. If you want that pearly finish but you don't want it to be as sheer, this is a great option for you. And then we have our 3rd pearl shimmer. This one is called Serenity, and this one again has that white pearly base, but the shimmer within it is this super intense, vibrant green. You can see it's just immediately glowing on my nails, and I actually loved the way that this looked in 1 coat. I would say the opacity of this one was probably the most sheer of the 3. It had the most translucence when it came to that white base color, and you could definitely see that visible nail line through, and it gives such a different effect. I actually really appreciate that they did 3 different levels of pearliness in these 3 pearly polishes because they all give very different vibes even though they look very similar in the bottle. So I actually love this one in 2 coats, but I went ahead and did a 3rd coat just to show you what that looked like. And again, it's just that gorgeous sheer color. It really just adds a nice vibrance and brightness to the nail, and you get that really gorgeous almost lime green shimmer in there. And I don't think I mentioned this, but this one also has the scattered hollow sparkle. So when you move your nail around, you're going to see all of the little rainbow sparkles. angles. Next up, we have the shade Tahitian Pearl, and this one is a duochrome shimmer. And let me tell you, I do not think that my camera will ever do this one justice. It is so pretty in person. It's this almost grayed out duochrome purpley shimmer that looks a little bit greenish at some angles. So you can see this sort of dark, subtle base color, and then this really intense purpley shimmer that shifts around when you move your nail around. And we also have that scattered hollow sparkle, which looks a lot more intense because we're in a deeper base color, so you can see that rainbow a lot more. Now, this one I think looks the best in 3 coats. You get that nice depth of color with that deeper base color, and you really get to see just how saturated that purpley shimmer is. It is so gorgeous on. I love the holographic sparks in there. They just add a lot to it, and I just think it's a nice combination of like this muted, subtle base color and this very intense, vibrant shimmer. Moving on, we have the shade Sashay, and this was actually the one out of the new shades that I was the most excited for, and I was absolutely not disappointed. It's this gorgeous red metallic foil shade, and as you can see on this first coat, this is incredibly opaque. It actually gave me full coverage in the first coat. I would wear this as a one coater on my nails. I have a feeling it's going to be incredible for nail art and even for stamping because it's so opaque, and the color is just so gorgeous, perfect for the holidays. I absolutely cannot get enough of it. I really appreciate that they threw in a nice traditional color, even with this sort of metallic twist to it, because I cannot get enough of it. It's gorgeous. Next up, we have the jelly finish polish. Now, Google tells me this word is pronounced verdigris, but if I hadn't looked it up, I would have guessed that it was verdigris. So we'll see if Google is correct on this. Let me know in the comments. But this one is a soft, slightly dusty teal jelly. Now, you know I love a jelly. This one is no exception. It's a really beautiful color. It feels nice and wintry, and I absolutely love jellies for jelly sandwiches specifically, which I am actually going to do in a minute for this video. I'm sure a few of you are wondering how this compares to my recent polish Oasis jelly, and I have to say I think they're pretty different. This one is a little bit deeper, a little bit more muted and dusty of a color, whereas Oasis is a little bit more saturated and it's a little bit brighter of a color than this one. So this is like the nice muted version. And last but definitely not least, we have the shade AU, which is a 23 karat gold flake topper. So this one is a re-release. It has come out before, and it is one of my favorite Cirque nail polishes of all time. We have this really soft, almost liquidy gold in a clear base. It looks absolutely gorgeous on. I always wear this for the holiday season. You can just paint it on normally, but I always like to dab on a little bit extra just to get all of that gorgeous golden goodness. Now, normally I would wear this over red or green or even blue. Looks really gorgeous for the holidays. But I thought that it would be really fun to see what this looked like as a jelly sandwich. Now, I have never done an AU jelly sandwich before. I wasn't sure how it would work out, but I just had to try it. Even though this is such a precious polish, I was worried that it wasn't going to turn out looking cool, but it actually ended up looking so gorgeous in combination with this teal jelly. It just looked like levels of gold just floating in a body of water, and I could not get enough of this. I can't believe that I've never tried it before, but I am completely in love, and I just love how it sort of softens in the back layers. So I'm very glad that I gave this a try. I think it looks absolutely beautiful, and now I'm curious to see what other colors I could wear it with as a jelly sandwich, because it is just perfect. Also, I think it would look so cool if there was like another gold flake topper in there as well, like sun-kissed, just in the bottom layer as like, I don't know, the bottom of the ocean. So here are all of the polishes from the set. We've got the 6 new shades as well as AU, the re-release. And like I said, we have a really nice variety of finishes here. We've got the pearl shimmers, and even within those, all of them have a pretty different degree of pearliness to them. So I really liked that. We also have the duochrome, we've got the metallic, we've got the jelly, and then of course we have that gorgeous gold topper. So a lot of really pretty shades shades going on here, especially excited about AU, but let's talk about pricing and availability, and then I also want to show you some of the holiday bundle sets that they have. So yeah, those are the polishes, and I have to say I absolutely love those pearly shimmers. I think that it is such an underrated finish. They're so gorgeous. They really add such an elegance to the nail, and I also appreciate that Cirque does the little added hollow sparkle because I think that just makes it a little bit more unique. Like I said, I also really appreciate the variety of different finishes here. I think Cirque just has such a handle on so many different formulas, and they just do them all so well. And of course, I'm incredibly excited for AU. It is one of my top favorite Cirque nail polishes. Honestly, it's probably one of my favorite nail polishes of all time. I would say I wear it at least once every December just for the holiday season, and it is just such a special nail polish to me. But I have to say, I've actually never thought to try it in a jelly sandwich, and I think that has just unlocked a whole new world of possibilities for me. So I'm very excited about that. I don't think I would have ever thought of it if Cirque hadn't released a jelly polish at the same time as re-releasing it. So I really appreciate that they did that. So all of these polishes come in the classic 11 milliliter Cirque bottles, and they do come with a round skinny brush. All of the new polishes that I reviewed today are going to be part of their permanent line, but the Topper AU is a limited edition, and all of the new shades with the exception of the jelly polish are $14.50 USD on the Cirque website. The jelly finish polish is $12.50 USD, and the limited edition Topper AU, which like I said, it is a 23 karat gold flake topper, that one retails for $48 USD. So I'm not gonna lie, it's a little bit pricey, but I have to say I really do think it's worth the hype. It's such an incredible topper. I think those little flecks really just melt into your polish. I don't know, there's really just nothing like it. I have so many gold flaky toppers and nothing compares to that one. So if you're willing to make the splurge, I highly recommend it. Like I said, one of my favorite nail polishes. With this collection, Cirque is also releasing a couple of limited edition holiday sets. They're only going to be at these discounted bundles for a short period of time. So we have the holiday 2022 set, which is the 6 new polishes, not including the Topper AU, and that one retails for $76.50 USD. We also have a second limited edition set from them. I am not good at pronouncing things. I did Google this. It is pronounced Pearl Nacre. That is the name of the set, which includes 5 polishes. So the 3 new pearl shimmers that I just reviewed, and we also have Moonbeam and Mystic Moonstone, which are some previous pearl shimmers that Cirque has done. So here's a little chart just for reference. You can see what they all look like. We basically just have a little rainbow of pearlized shimmers here, and that one is retailing for $62.50 USD on the Cirque website. So I'm gonna link everything down in the description. You can check them out if you are interested, but I'm curious to hear from you. What do you think of the new shades? Are you planning on picking up one of the gift sets, or are you planning on picking up AU? Definitely let me know in the comments. We can chat about it. If you enjoy my swatch and review videos, please give this one a thumbs up. It helps me and lets me know I'm doing a good job. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I put out new videos every Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday, and I usually do a couple of extra videos around this time of year. And of course, a huge shout out to my supporters on Patreon, my Royal Astronomer Amanda M, as well as my Cosmic Admirals, Rocket Man's daughter, Paula, Ken, and Rosie. I really appreciate your support, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye. Today's fun fact question comes from Patreon supporter Hillary, and Hillary wants to know, what is the longest you have intentionally gone without wearing nail polish? Was it of your own choosing, or was it part of a dress code, or various other reasons? That's a great question. I think the thing about me having this channel is that I spend a lot of days just swatching nail polishes, and I've tried in the past to swatch them while having my other nails painted, but you can actually see the reflection of whatever I'm wearing on my nails when I swatch. So I do actually have to take off my manicures every time I do swatches, and I would say I probably spend like 3 days a week just swatching nail polishes. So I spend a lot of time without my nails painted, but usually right after I'm done, I will just paint my nails. I think the longest I have gone in recent years, because I'm sure there was times pre-nail polish obsession, but I think the most recent time was probably in 2019. I had to get surgery on my ovary, and I wasn't allowed to wear nail polish for that, so I took that off. But then the recovery period was a couple of weeks of bed rest, so I couldn't even really like hunch over and paint my nails. So I probably went 2 or 3 weeks without painting my nails for that. So that was probably the only recent time, but I was just sick last week, so I didn't have my nails painted then. I probably went like 5 days without painting my nails, but usually they're painted. Unless I'm swatching, then they're not painted. That's it. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.